leaders that we have connected in with us here that are helping out. I'll make sure we have everybody all set up, ready to go here. And good to have everybody, if you're excited as we are around the world, and geared up for an exciting time for people building with us and building for an exciting, guys, 2021 is going to be flat out exciting. If you saw all the updates this past week, that's just the beginning. Of course, we have Samantha Chan also here with us, and we're going to have an exciting time for you. All the updates coming your way, get geared up. Still connect your folks in as everybody is gearing for an exciting time. And we'll have our CEO here joining us momentarily, just getting a few minutes for content that he needs to put together. And listen, guys, make sure, I know there's multiple countries on from all over the world in different languages. We'll do our best to make sure that we get all the details for you and in your language, of course. And if you're translating with us today, thanks for doing that. Connected all your team members for everywhere. You still have time before we go live and we get everybody connected into our live broadcast. We have everybody all set, ready to go, almost in for our update with our CEO. And guys, listen, the digital game world is an exciting space. It really is. We're a standalone platform. You're going to see why that's important, why people are excited, why that their instant pay is working seamlessly because of our relationship with XRP, doing a fantastic job there, and also getting geared up for a really exciting next 6 months. Really, guys, we're already into the middle of the year. Can you believe it? And as we gear things up, ready to go. You still got time. Connect in. Share your links with your team. It's only 3-4 minutes after right now, the top of the hour, and we'll start here as folks get geared up to hear all the corporate updates and things are happening. Also, the patch that was fixed already, anybody with our Android users, and you saw the content, Arthur already posted that in there with the our tech team. They're doing a great job getting all those connections done for us, making sure everything is running seamlessly, guys. And if you haven't been into any of our trainings of our back office tour, please make sure you get on one of those coming up in the very near future. We navigate called Kicking the App, and we'll definitely do that. We got some recordings that are available, but with all the new tools and new content coming your way, it's going to be an exciting time for all of us. Even if you have questions also this morning, make sure you put it into the question tab area, and Samantha will be in there also along with myself, getting those questions answered for you. And then once we get our CEO connected in with us here today, we're going to have an exciting time. Remember, guys, do the research on this space. The game industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. And to have a platform like you have access to in your business around the world, we're in 219 countries that we've already onboarded somebody. Tens of thousands of people that are onboarding every single year with us here at Superone. Getting ready for that game time, right? You heard last week some of those time periods and time stamps for that. I'm sure our CEO will have more updates for you as he gets geared up for an exciting day for us today. Now, remember, as you're developing your team and you're ranking up to star and superstar, all-star, of course, rising star, those are the first 4 ranks. If you're not qualified in the binary, guys, please do that as soon as you can. How does that work? Well, you have a minimum of a $100 package. Or if you really want to take advantage of the higher levels, if you're planning on being a director, then you have to be a minimum of a $500 package. I hope you all know that. It's very important to understand if you're planning on becoming a director or a legend, which is the top level, those packs are for a $500 package. Still the same qualifications by onboarding 2 paid packages in your business. Then you'll be called a star qualifier and then rank up from there. We've got stars anywhere from star to our all-star rank. Generate an extra $500 to over $1,000 extra a month working part-time from the comfort of their home or their mobile device. Pretty exciting. Our directors from Director 1 all the way up to Director 7, which is the level of legend. Again, incredible income opportunity there for all of us as we build in our community. And realize, folks, as we build the community, we are literally gathering up potential not only players, fans, but when the gates open to the social media world, you're going to see some amazing tools coming your way. I know sometimes we always talk in the future, and there's nothing wrong with that. But as you're earning your income and you're building the resources and you're learning more about digital marketing, what makes us different than any other platform out there? Quite a bit, to tell you the truth. Because of our blockchain technology, because of all the things that we have, and most importantly, the training tools you need. It can be just one video. If you've seen our recent video, guys, that video in itself, if you let somebody see that video, they go, wow, this is pretty cool. and then you give them a free download. Just give them a free download. I mean, you could be doing tens of thousands of free downloads every single year within your organization. It's endless and it's unlimited. So as we geared up, let me just double check on for our CEO getting involved and getting engaged with us here and making sure he's got all the details ready for him live. And of course, having him give all the updates for him this morning. And in addition to that, guys, we make sure you get the schedules geared up for all of our calendar Zooms. If you're also doing live Zooms yourself, very, very important to have that presentation. We've got all the recent presentations geared up for you, and exciting times to have you here today. I think I'm going to pass the microphone over to our CEO, Andreas Christensen. Andreas, good to have you. The mic is yours.
Hi, Stephen, Samantha. Thank you for helping out today. And to everyone, sorry for the little delay. We had, to be very honest, a keyboard that was out of power, and that's not something we thought of. Sometimes it happens. So we have had an amazing week in Superone. We have been updating you on the NFT card program. We have done a lot of work on that, and we are in the process of putting that live. So that's an amazing thing. We also started what we call the token magic promotion. We have listed the token. We have deployed a new smart contract. We actually done a lot of stuff that is moving towards the final goal, which is, of course, trading and the launch of the game. So today, I want to take you through our June edition of the presentation. It's a complete review of the game and the business. There's a lot of new stuff in there. And once we have conducted this presentation, we will share it with you a little bit later. There is a lot of new graphics, a lot of new stuff, and also a lot of numbers. And many of you also attended what I can call the number session on Wednesday about the token, and we are disclosing the whole financial model of Superone. So let's get started, and you can ask me any questions that Steve will host after this little session. We will host Ask Me Anything about Superone. So let's get started with that, and let's turn off the camera for a while, and you will be able. So we are using our brand to a much more extent in the presentations. You see this circular movement, which is one of the main remarkable tactics in our game. It's when you kind of cheat the game by buying yourself a free pass. That's when you take your finger and draw a circle. Like many other apps, they have this, like Facebook has the thumbs up, and Tinder has their swipe. We will have our circle. It's the way of moving forward and getting a little bit help. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a really rewarding thing for people that hold the cards and for the whole economy. So let's get started. So this is the initial thing. We're going to release this afterwards. So to get a little bit what we're going to go through now, we're going to have the introduction. We're going to show a little bit more of the team. We're going to talk about the game and the revenue model, how it affects the tokens, and what kind of business you can participate, and how to do it packages. And you can also pay attention down left on this slide. You will see our sort of corporate name, Superone Limited. We changed now to using our new Gibraltar company that has an office presence in Gibraltar, and you can reach us also now on this social media. We are releasing a lot of that next week with Facebook, Telegram, Twitter, etc. We also have a phone number. You can reach out to us. It's a WhatsApp connected number, and you will get if you need anything. You also have our corporate number ID, international corporate ID there, and so that's where we don't. How should I say, we don't show the corporate certificate. Many people do that. We don't need that. We are fully registered. So to place Superone a little bit in the market, I want to reflect a little bit about where we are, because we operate in the forefront of the blockchain technologies. And we are not in the forefront of creating blockchain infrastructure or platforms or anything like that. We are in the forefront of creating a mass adoptive consumer service like a game. There is a lot of blockchain games out there, but there is no one that's really succeeded in doing it with a lot of people around the world. It's more for nerdy people, blockchain community, etc. And that's what we are up to do. So if you look back on the past 30 years of history, the first 10 years of computers, or even this is maybe 50 years of history, you started with the computers, and their infrastructure was computers and servers, and they had operating systems like Windows and Apple, and they provided programs like Word and Excel. And for those of you who remember Word Perfect and Lotus, way back, the computers were kind of instruments that follow the instructions given by the humans. And then the internet came along in the 90s, beginning of 20s, and kind of made a way where these computers were able to exchange information. And that provided a new level of infrastructure. They got all the fiber cable optics are all over the world. IBM turned into become an internet company. And Amazon was born, the Amazon Web Service, as a platform provider. And on top of that, we saw services like eBay, Amazon, a lot of e-commerce, and some of the biggest one like Twitter, Facebook emerged. Facebook as a kind of how people can exchange connections, information, etc. So if you take that and look into the blockchain area that we are into now and see how blockchain is using the internet to exchange value between computers, it all starts with the infrastructure layer, which is developed by or innovated or created by Bitcoin, and then followed by Ethereum and XRP that we are using, and there are thousands or more of these. These are some of the big ones. On top of that, we see the emergence of new platforms. Alchemy that we use and Binance that we use are two of those. They are the IBMs of the new world. They provide gateway to the blockchain in a very, how should I say, usable, user-friendly, programmable-friendly way. So that leaves Superone up in the right corner of this table to become the new application utilizing the modern infrastructure where people can not only exchange information. Of course, we carry through all these things from the past. We also can exchange value. And that value comes in terms of you can fight for or play our game and you can win prizes. That's an exchange of value in a much more efficient way that ever happened before. Before, if you won something in a game, you needed to have a bank payment. And bank payment, that's so 2020. Now we are in 21 and we're really moving on. And we are at the very brink in the forefront there doing this. And our XRP ledger, we settle thousands of transactions every day, and we do it in a few seconds. So that's the future, and that's what we are doing. We are using the game as our primary or superior catalyst to move into this, but we are not stopping with the game. We have tremendous opportunities. And if you just reflect back on what Facebook have done, they started as a social network. Then they acquired WhatsApp. Then they acquired Oculus. Then they acquired a lot of different Instagram. And then they're moving in to become a really powerhouse within online marketing. They are second only to Google in online marketing. So that's where we're heading. So thank you for that. Let's look at what we have done. Because it's sometimes people come into Superone and think, okay, when is the game? It's the first thing we got asked. Okay, the game is work in progress. So we started back in actually late 2018. We have 2019 here, incubated by Superlabs. Superlabs is the company we called Mojo before. They changed name to Superlabs and is a pure technology provider to, among other, Superone. So what we started with, we had a game run more than 1 million gameplays from before. We started analyzing that game, and we looked at it, and we looked at what kind of features we wanted in a dream game and how we can make it much, much better. So with the emergence of blockchain, we saw the opportunity for much better business models to be created, and we did so. We created actually the first Ethereum smart contract. Many of you have known about things like I think it was Daisy that had a 3x10 matrix. We had it back in 2019, and it didn't work well. And the reason for this is that this Ethereum technology is too the transaction cost and everything, it's too high, and it's too slow, and too little capacity. So we tested different affiliates model. We were a little bit new into this. We're not coming from decades of network marketing or affiliate. We like the model of crowdfunding and have a great community. So we started testing a little bit, and we were not that very good at this, but okay, we had a model, it worked. We saw the opportunity here, and we started creating a community, and many of those are still very, very loyal and great supporters of our community today. Then we move into fast forward to 2020. We teamed up with John Clench, created the great new Triple Magic affiliate model, and that was a very expansive project. We moved into Ripple, and we had a lot of development taking place in 2020, and it escalated, and it came with the pre-launch we did in April, and then we had all the back pace we did in May, June, July. A lot of these things took a lot of time and effort. We launched it towards the end of July, and we faced a lot of challenges to improve this. We have more than 500 improvements during the autumn, and then we started growing the community, and we grew it to more than 50,000 people in 2020. That's pretty good. Now we are more than 70. It's growing, but we still need to grow it much more. Then we started and teamed up with Fantasy, that we worked autumn 2020 until the end of January. We worked with them to do the game UX, the UX experience, and we also developed the game content platform. We had it from before, but we made it new. We created a new one that's much better, much more agile. We developed new algorithms. Again, we had a lot from before. We developed much more. Then the game UX continued into 2021. And we started our game testing. We have a proof of concept there. So we are happy with that. And we know exactly what to do to really boost it, go forward. And then we have embarked on an extensive gamification process with people coming out of Fantasy. We spent 3 months with them. And then we also completed our private blockchain in a beta version that's already there based on Hyperledger, possible to do 20,000 transactions a second. Crazy great stuff that will spark us into the future. Then we have tons of new affiliate features without going into detail. Arthur has done a tremendous job in massaging that platform. And I think I can brag and say we have probably one of the best platforms out there. We are paying people at large in outsized amounts, up to 75%. And we have it in few seconds. Then we created the bundle and the pro packs that we launched last month. Now we are into the cards and spaces. We have developed, created all the graphics, all the technology. We have the new super token in a new smart contract on the Binance Smart Chain. We have a new vesting smart contract. I'm going to get back to this. We listed the super token on the Pancake swap, which is a part of the Binance community or ecosystem. What we have in front of us now is launch to social media, because we have been lousy at social media. We can't do everything in one day, or even in a year. So now we are, you can rest assured that next week social media will be taken well care of. And then we will launch our NFT cards that will come. We are in a little bit of process with Binance and other blockchains for how we're gonna launch it. We have developed it. We're getting very, very imminent to launch. We have a new website in making. and we have a new player registration in making and a strategy for that. And ultimately, we're going to put out the game as a Christmas calendar starting on December 1st. And yes, we could open before, and we're probably going to open things before, but we're going to do things in a little bit different and very proper way, because we have one big shot in this market, and that's where we're coming. So this background shows us, how should I say, our sort of track record, and we are, what I always say, walk the talk here in this company. So let's look a little bit on the team. A lot of people is asking, okay, who is behind this? And we have a structured team. We are more than actually 40 people engaged in Superone on a day-to-day basis. Some of them most of them in full-time capacity. Some of them a little bit in part-time. We are at least more than 30 in full-time capacity. So we have a team in different locations. We have teams here in Norway, we have in Bali, we have in outside New Delhi in India, we have 2 teams, and we have people in London. So the way we work is a kind of, we work, how should I say, we work like a distributed workforce, that everybody does that today. So it's nothing new. We have the Norwegian leadership that we are fronting in the company. And some people are asking, who is the tech team? And I will never disclose that because of one thing, as very common in the blockchain space. There is a lot of competition, and there is a lot of money in the industry, so people are stealing people, and we don't want to do that. So we kind of have developed this, conceived in Norway, created worldwide, and we like it. We have some great people for many nations. Our designer working out of Lebanon. We have people in, like I said, in UK. We have people in US, we have people in many, many places, Asia, Australia, Japan. There's a lot of things. So basically, we are 3 people on the administration, including myself. And we have an administrative manager. We have a head of accounting here in Norway, make sure all of our books records are good. We have 6 people on the game team led by Alex. We have 6 business development led by Stian and his team. And we have creative people doing video, doing all the kind of graphics we do. We have 22 people in India on technology, and we have 2 people on support. And our tech stack is based on Node, Angular, Mongo. It's one of the most fastest stacks available. We are well into tech, blockchain tech with Solidity, Hyperledger, Swift, Java, even more. So this is our main company, incorporated now in Gibraltar, and using one of the best law firms there. So let's have a look on the player delight. And with player delight, we mean, how do we satisfy the players, and what is our strategy? What is our plan? How can you play this game, and why should this game become a success? Many of you have seen this before. Our vision is to become the leading trivia game in the world, and we're going to do that by tapping into the fanatical interest of billions of people all over the world. One of the main things is that we fill it with fanatical content for really fast gameplay with our swiping feature, where you swipe right for yes and left for no, same as Tinder. So we are the Tinder of gaming, and we are using the most popular sports like football, American football, baseball, etc., cricket also coming, tons of great stuff. We're going to do that. Also, we're going to have entertainment coming from the movie industry and music industry. First and foremost, we are looking into the world's biggest fandom, which is football. And there are more than 3 billion football fans. And we just look at the biggest clubs like Manchester United, FC Barcelona, and Real Madrid. They all have hundreds of millions, and they together have approximately more than or close to 1.5 billion supporters. So there are tons of opportunities in that market. And we also look into other sports like baseball, like basket, and American football, you see here. So This is really big aggregated sports that have a lot of potential, and we also take the influencers in the world and create a platform where they can really thrive, where the celebs can make more money from them. We can extend their fanatical interest, where they can actually play games about their favorite actor or the favorite musicians, or they can even challenge influencers. And the top 10 influencers in the world, they have approximately around 200 million followers each. So it is a tremendous, a huge market. More than 3 billion people use the social media on a worldwide basis every day. So what we do to enter into that part of the market is to use the social features where people can connect. And we cannot stress this feature enough, because people, they play games to amuse themselves and to stimulate their brain, but they also play to meet other people. The social aspect you see is really prevailing in platforms like Discord and Twitch. You see how it's really the social aspect of gameplay is really prevalent. And so we created this double games where you can compete and play together, like Sarah and Kevin here. They met on Superone, and you can search around for people based on their interest, and you can poke them up, and you can invite them for games. And if you play together, you can maybe win together. You can even travel together. We can have trips like here with Emirates or cruises or whatever. Tons of great stuff coming, and really a glue for the gameplay. Then we of course have the prices. That's really important. We need to have the prices. That's a really important feature with our platform. We are not gambling because we are skill-based, but you can win and you can enter tournaments and win great prizes, including cash prizes. So you have the opportunity here to win great cash prizes all the way up to $1 million. And this is something truly unique. And this is our financial model is all more or less connected to this part of the game. The rest of it is just entertainment to bring people in here. But as I said, we are legally not considered as gambling because we are using skill to determine the winner. And we have a unique tournament model where you can start for free, and then you can pay to enter a paid tournament, and then you can kind of climb the tournament ladder. And we have prices from $1, $10, $100, all the way up to 1 million for the jackpot. And we expect to flip this around pretty extensively as we move on. So we have also additional features, like we've spoken about the cards. We have the cards program that is just about to be released. We've done a lot of updates on the design with these glass features, really made it really cool. We're not going to go into detail. We had a special cards presentation earlier this week. Fantastic program. We have 31,100 cards in football alone. The market cap on that is into many million dollars. So it is really a cool program, and we are really stressing to get it moving as fast as possible. What in fullness of time, we're going to open spaces. That's where you can really buy in and buy a part of the advertising real estate we will have in the game and on the platform, and we foresee that's going to be really popular. So let's look on the revenues we have on the platform. We are very concerned about making money. We don't do this just to make money. We do this to create something great. But at the same time, we see great opportunities to make money, and not only make money, but make a lot of money. And our game has a tremendous monetization potential. The background for this, or reason for this, is that we have the high volume that you have from trivia games. Trivia games, they play into tens or even hundreds of millions of people around the world. They load trivia games. 25% of the gameplay in the world is into trivia games. That's quite a lot. And we have the monetization or more like esports type of games. So when you combine this, you get a little money machine, and that's what we're going to show you now, how it's working. So what we have created out of this this opportunity is how we tokenize the business, how we create the new business model. So in order to have a legal thing, we could have sold shares in Superone, of course we could have, but that's a security and we are not allowed to do that. But what we are allowed to do, and which is not a security, is to tokenize the business and to put our utility token into what's called staking. That means that every transaction on our blockchain, our private blockchain, sort of say, they are participating in calculating the transactions and verifying the transactions. And for that verification, we are able to pay 10% in a fixed fee. That's all clear from a legal point, and we will not invoke any security rules. So that's because the tokens needs to be parked into a staking contract, and we're gonna get back on that, how it's working, but it needs to be parked in a staking contract. So what we are, when we are selling tokens, we are not selling securities or in kind of breaking any of those regulations. We are selling, we could have sold a ball pen. It's the same thing. So that's important. And our we call our tokens for smart tokens, and they will inherit 10% of every transaction coming from the game, from the spaces, from the cards, from whatever we do on the platform going forward. It's always 10%. So you can rest assured there is nothing like this turnover or that turnover. Everything we flip around is 10% to the token. And this gives these tokens a massive potential. So if we, by the end of the first year, we calculate to have about 1.5 million players. So we calculate to have a tournament every week. That's 1.5 million players at the market average of spending, which is $60 per month. And that will yield $30 on a yearly based for each token that you have. That's based on 500 million tokens continuously into staking. Even if we have 1 billion token in total, not all will be issued and not all will be in staking at the same time, because you cannot be in staking and earn rewards while you, in example, have released the token for trading. You cannot do both. That's why it's not a security. So once it's working, you cannot sell it. And once it's able to sell it, it cannot be working. So that's a simple explanation. And what we have done with the tokens is that this week we created a new smart contract for the super token, and we are using the Binance chain, which is the most prominent or the fastest growing blockchain ecosystem in these days. And we also listed it on what's called PancakeSwap. It's a decentralized exchange within the Binance ecosystem. And we are moving further and further along our tokenomics, as we call it, which is a mix of tokens and economics. So when we look a little bit on the estimates, and here I have to be very clear with our disclaimer, because we are not soliciting any investment. We are just telling you what estimates, I mean, what this can potentially turn out to be for you. All of this is contingent upon hundreds of parameters, if not thousands of parameters in our projections. But this is based on our financial model. And we have not created we have a base model that we truly believe in, and we have not created a high-end case and low-end case, because we created one case that we really believe in, and that's a 5-year projections. And when you look into those 5-year, I will all these are at the end of the presentation as appendix, so all this will be made public also today. So basically you will see here that the staking fees that comes from the game during the first year, $45 million. You will have staking fees from the cards, because the super token is staking 10% from the cards also and 10% from the spaces. You're ending up with $91 million the first year. And with 500 million issued tokens, you're looking at nearly $20 per token for the first year. As we move on and move on and move on, you will see in year 5, that's when we have 5 million players. you're looking at $99 or $1 per token. And you can also calculate a value, which is just an estimation. You never know. It could be 0 or it could be 100 times higher, maybe not 100 times, but a price sales of 10 is a very conservative valuation metrics. Price sales in 10 means that you multiply the sort of revenue that's coming. So actually it's a price earning model, this one. But okay, let's use 10. And when you see here, in addition to that's a super token that will bring in quite a lot of money, starting with more than 90 million in year one, the full year. And then you move on to cards, because they will have 20% of everything that goes into the card program will be 46 million, another 46 million into the spaces. So total platform staking will be $180 million during the first year, racing towards 500, 700, 800, 900, and even $1 billion if we are really successful, or when we really are really successful. And this will make Superone a major player in the decentralized finance area, DeFi. We will become one of the really shakers in that sort of industry, and that's part of our strategy. So this will give really great rewards to everyone that holds the token, and we really move on. So why should we succeed? And we look into the thing is like, there is a kind of really huge sentiment for where we are in the tech industry and in the gaming industry in particular. And this has all been kind of advanced many years because of COVID-19. The gaming industry has over the past year made a quantum leap of about 50% forward. So, but when you look into the little bit of the macroeconomic conditions, you look at NASDAQ have more than 10 years of more or less continuous growth. We've seen the crypto industry, of course, now over the past weeks, we had a little bit of dip or correction, whatever you call it. A lot of people are really bull looking forward. We are also, because if you can transfer from A to B at a fraction of the cost of a bank and at the lightning speed, it will prevail evidently. We look at games like FIFA, we look at Trivia Crack, they have into the hundreds of millions of players. We look to Skills and DraftKings that operate on the same legal framework like we do. They are usually successful and they have stock valuations into the billions of dollars, and they're attracting a lot of new clients. So for us, it's about reaching the heart of the fanatical players and to really let people play with their emotions. That's the strongest one, where they really play something before they have emotional connection to the game. Like an example, a Manchester United fan like to play about their heroes and to be best among their peers or friends. That's where we call unlocking fame. And then, of course, meet other people is important, as always in the social networking thing. So meet other people. The friendship is a strong one. And of course, unlocking fortune. There is a lot of ways to win money, and it will not be that difficult to win. I mean, not to win $1 million will take you a lot, but you can win quite a lot also with a lot of frequent small prizes on the lower thing. And that flips also into our business model to unlock fortune and see how people can make money. So that's how we're going to succeed with the game, and we're going to stop with the game there. We're going to flip over to what we call the business delight section, and we're going to speak a little bit more about how you can make money and how we can drive this together forward, and how we from the company can perform, and how you as affiliates and supporters can really help us move faster. So the business, this is all about making it a business for you, and we are not looking short term. We are looking, like I say, we have a 5-year financial plan, and we have a long perspective in this. And we really see that Rome wasn't built in one day, but give us at least a little bit of time, and we are moving. And like we saw in the snapshot in the very beginning, we are moving diligently forward all the time, delivering. So our vision when it comes to the business is to empower everyone to make more money. We're not going to say you're going to be a zillionaire or whatever. It's a lot of hard work, but we're going to empower you to make more money. We don't want you to quit your job. We want you to work with Superone as a secondary income. And once you really excel doing it, you might find it really rewarding to be your primary income. So we have up to 75% in payout, and we are I will say, one of the best and probably the best and the fastest paying affiliate platform in the world. And our how should I say, is to use your relationship and really nurture and build a business for a long time. So we want to produce winners, and we are producing winners in a fair and fast way. It's fast, the platform is really fast, and it's fair. It's performance-based, and we're going to look into that now. If you look a little bit about our payouts compared to other peers in the market, we always go against the big one. And if you look a little bit on this guy, who is the world's richest man and the founder of Amazon, he has become the world's richest man over the past 2 decades. And he has become so because he has utilized affiliates. Amazon has more than 3 million affiliates. He has been really clever at that. But a little bit of the problem with Amazon affiliates today, or the challenge, is the huge competition. And it's the tiny paycheck. You need to work a lot to earn, in example, $10,000 a month. You need to really put in a good day work every week, 50 hours, really hard. And if you look on Superone, we have a different model because we have taken network marketing and we are kind of created a new model in there, and we merge it with the affiliate, and we taken this how should I say, these features, and really created a system, an ecosystem, and a platform with much better conditions and much faster payout. So with our model, you're able to leverage a team, and you're able to many times up your maybe 5 or 10 times the money for the same work that you will earn in Amazon. And that is our competitive edge towards companies like Amazon. And this is all powered by what we call the Triple Magic platform. And the Triple Magic consists of the binary and the coding and the matching. Those are the 3 strong forces in our compensation model. The binary, everybody knows how a binary is working. We are using 10% in our binary. We are, I think, the only real-time binary in the world. That's why we had a little bit of challenges with capping and things like that. But I think we have resolved most of it. And we pay for every purchase in your private leg, 10%. And we have tons of features in that binary that have taken us maybe half a year to adjust. And this is not like a script many people are buying and using. This is a really advanced real-time binary. And then we have the coding bonus, which is our flagship sort of revenue maker, and from the brainchild of John Clench, where we're paying 10% for the first 3 to infinity in the downline from your 4th personal referral. A little bit difficult to understand from the outset, but once you get it, you really see the power. And that's really something that's paying you a lot. And that kicks in. We will have a little bit look at when it kicks in. Then you have the matching. And we have 30% personal matching and 10% generational matching. And when you look on the right scale here, we have matching over up to 7 generations, depending on your rank. If you are a D7 rank, a legend, you have 7. That's our top. Then you will have matching generational over 7 levels. That means you will have 7 D7 directors beneath you. That's more or less, that's more than the platform today. So many of you are director 1, 2, 3, 4, and you are on the path to become even higher ranked director, and you are earning a lot of matching. It's a lot of small payments, but many small rivers became one big Amazonas for us. So it's a really I looked into one transaction the other day, and it was like 106 rewards paid out of one transaction. 106. And we are doing this because we're using Ripple. We hardly have transaction fees. So this is really powerful for us. So then we look a little bit on the direct features here, and look what those are, because the binary coding and matching, those are what we can call the team features. You're building a team and you're leveraging a team. While the direct features is where you get your direct bonus. We have a massive 20% first line bonus. So every time you bring in $500, you get $100 yourself. Or if you bring in 5,000, you get $1,000 yourself within 2-3 seconds. That's really amazing. And we started this as a promotion in April, and we are keeping it because it's highly successful. Then we have the 3% pool bonus, and that's where when you recruit people in a certain manner, you need to have 3 in your power leg to be eligible, 500 minimum. Or you can have 2 1,000 or 1 2,500. You're eligible for the pool, and you start earning from pool rewards. That's also paying for every single transaction. Many people made great money from the pool. Finally, we have the real-time payments that's happening in the XRP, the Ripple currency, and it's the world's fastest paying affiliate system. So these 3 features in accompanying the triple magic is really helping you to make a lot of money faster. So when we look a little bit on the powerful impact of what the team really mean, we have made a calculation, and I think we maybe shown it before, but at least now we are showing it in even more detail. So everything in affiliate marketing is about bringing in people and getting people to buy something. I mean, that's the whole thing. Any decent compensation plan need you to perform. There is no such thing like a free lunch. There are plans that do it, but they are not real affiliates, and they don't have a sustainable economy. Every sustainable company that have been around, like the big shakers in Amway, Herbalife, all the big guys in affiliate marketing, they have a sustainable compensation plan, and they have sales requirements. So if you look on the $500 package, you see if you bring in the first one up left, you get that direct to 20%, which is $100 directly to your account in a few seconds. Once you bring in your second one, then you get $100, but you also get binary because you become binary eligible and you get the star rank. So then you earn $150 on that transaction. And on those 2, you have earned $250. And if you have a $500 pack, you have already got back 50% of your investment. Or your purchase. Investment is not the right word. When you get in number 3, you get another $100. You get number 4, you become a racing star. And then every second is put in your private leg in the binary. So then you earn $100 in direct, you earn $50 in binary, and then you earn another $60 in coding, because we have bundled the coding. So you have coding both from the $100 and the $500. So it gives you $210. That's really good. Now you earn $350 and $210. You have recapped all your investment, and you earned how much is that? $350, $210, $560 you got by these 4. You are in plus with $60, and now you can start moving into getting number 5 on board. He will bring you another $160, and then you really hunt for number 6. That's where you become a superstar, and that's the top rank before you become a director. So what happened when you are a superstar? You unlock all of this, another $210, and you have earned $930 for bringing in these 6 people. That's a handsome pay, but that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning. This is just the foundation for your team. So once this team do the same as you, the next level, you will start earning on generation 2. You earn much more money. You earn about $700 more. You earn 1,620 instead of 930 when they do the same. That's because you are losing out on the direct. If you continue recruiting, of course, you will have much more coming your way. Now we have isolated the generations for calculation purpose. So then you can sit back and just teach them to do the same, and you get another $1,600 your way. And then once you get the duplication going, the next level, that will bring you $8,600. That's when the team effect really start kicking in. And of course, when you go another generation, this is a perfect distribution generational growth. It will not be that in reality. You're looking towards $50,000 on the next level. But all in all, $63,000 what you made on the first 4 generations. And that's pretty good. Whether it was 30, 60, or 90, depending on how your networks develop. But this is a really high paying model, and it's able, and all this is sale of credits and tokens, fully legal products, that cost nothing to join these platforms. There's no fees or anything that we put into it. It's just pure sale. So the recurring thing will come from the game, from a lot of other stuff that we're doing. So you can rapidly build a sales force and really make a lot of money here. And that's really sustainable business that's keep coming. So how you can join? You can join this by buying into our super packs. And we have 8 different packs, starting with the $100 pack that has a limit. You cannot become superstar. It stops at rising star, but it's a really good start. But an even better start is the $500 package, because that kicks in on the coding, and it also bundled with the 100 pack, so you get the coding on 100. So what is very powerful in our package program is that we bundle downwards when it comes to coding. That means if you buy a $2,500 package, you will bundle 1,500 and 100 in coding. And the same for the Pro packs, you will bundle all the smaller packages when it comes to coding. And the Pro packs, they are for more professional builders or people. They have a higher distribution of tokens over credits, while the business packs or the smaller packs are more geared towards equal distribution or relationship. So that's the packages, and the way you buy into this, you register at the platform for free. It doesn't cost anything. And then you can choose when to buy a package. If you want to unlock your rewards, you need to have a certain package. And you can download the application from any of the app stores, from Apple or Android, Google Play. The Apple one you can purchase inside the app. Because of regulation from Apple, you need to go to the web store. We have a web app also. And you buy these packages using Ripple, one of the leading currencies, and you can easily acquire Ripple on Binance or many other exchanges around the world. So that's our super packs. And what we want to have a little bit look into is what these staking rewards can become when you look into each of these packages and the opportunity. And again, I will say the disclaimer very clearly. This is for estimate and indication purpose only. This is not an investment solicitation, and you're just showing, and this is all contingent upon many thousands or at least hundreds of factors and market conditions, etc. So if you look on the average player in year 1, it will bring down $18 per token. For a $100 pack, you get 59 paid out. That's a handsome 60% payout. If you go to 500, you get 357, approximately the same. And that's only on year 1. If you move on a little bit higher, you see the shift between the $2,500 and the $5,000 package, because there is much more tokens in the $5,000 package than credits. So then you will get more than 100% payout with 7,000. and 10,000, 17,000, 25, 47, and 50,118. So we are really, how should I say, skewing the number of tokens. The higher package, the more tokens you get and the more return. It's more like for those who really want to sit with a lot of tokens to buy the higher packages. However, that's only year one. That's the estimate of 937,000 in average. That could also become 2 million, 3 million, 4 million. We don't know. It could also be 90,000. But as we move on, this is based on our base case scenario in year 3 with 3.5 million players, which is not that much. You're looking at $69 and you will have 100% payout on your $100 pack. You will have nearly 3 times on the 500, the 1,000 more than 3 times, and 2,500 more than 4 times. And you're looking at 5,000, you will have more than 5 times. And if you're looking at 451,000 coming out of a 50,000, you're looking at more than 8 times the value of the package. So there is a tremendous opportunity. And the value of these tokens will, of course, depend on the market appreciation when we list, when we open for trading. We cannot predict that, but with a price sales of 10, again, 10 times what you get on an annualized basis is a very conservative valuation metrics. So we understand that the market for decentralized finance has exploded in 2021. It started the autumn 2020, really exploded this year. The NFT is part of that. We are part of it, and we're going to be a material player in that market going forward. And I think that our project is really well geared for this. So that's the last slide that we can really let the game begin. I will start taking some questions. I also want to say that in the presentation structure now, you will be able to review all the numbers, etc., coming towards the end of this. So that's where we are.
Fantastic, Andreas. Just a handful of questions is all we had. We got everything else all taken care of. You know, folks that are excited about our first generation people that had the SRX, they just wanted to understand about the new super tokens, if they had a decrease in that, but they had the same value. Could you just touch on that just for a little bit?
Okay, so we have the SRX, the old Superone token, SRX, and we did a 2-to-1 merge. So we took 2 SRX token and created 1 super token. The reason for this, we want to go from 2 billion to 1 billion token in total cap. So there is actually no material difference. You have the same, how should I say, portion of the company. It's no material difference. You just have a little bit fewer tokens, or you have exactly half of the tokens, but they will have the way we have structured it internally, they have double the value. So there is no material difference. We want to have a billion tokens as the max cap, because we want to see $1, $2, $3 faster. We don't want to go into all the zeros. That's that we don't like that. We want to be a little bit more. You are from America and you know about these penny stocks, and we're trying to get out of that mud hole. Okay, so that's why we do it. That's why we do it.
Makes a lot of sense. Thank you so much. The other one, I know you talked about the social media of things that you're working on. A lot of people excited about that. So the integration, how is that going to be integrated into their app? Are they going to have a way to share their link?
Oh yeah. We have developed the whole player acquisition tool. Now is that the whole app we already have going to transform into becoming the game. So the affiliate part will just be a section of it. Then you're going to have social registrations. In example, Facebook, just use that as an example, 1-click sign up and you're there. And then to get the players, we have developed a special player recruitment card. So when you get in there, you will be covering, when you sign up, you will be number 1 on the card. And when you bring in number 2, a friend that signs up to Superone, doesn't need to buy an affiliate, just signs up for the game for free, you will get a free loot box in the game. A loot box is a box, sort of a collection of assets you can use inside the game, like we have in example shields and stuff like that. So that's Alex's domain, and he can explain more about it. When you get in number 3 and 4, you will get a free pass. We have another card which is not a sold NFT card. It's a free pass that you can use. You don't pay to use it. It's a free card, and we're going to have that inside the economy just to give people some giveaways. So they get a free card. So then they have 1, 2. Okay, I got my loot box. 3, 4. I got my card. And number 5 and 6, you will get the 100 free game credits. So that's on the last one. And then you are able to actually play. You can win $1 million for free by bringing in 6 people. So that will create a lot of virality of the game. And we're going to have in the registration, you will be able to say, okay, I'm a Manchester United fan. So we will know your credentials, and we will know your interest, and you will be able to share assets on, in example, Facebook, like a board saying, hey, join my Man U team in Superone. And then we're going to have activities related, gamified activities related to that. And we don't want to start this process too early, because if you start boarding people into a product and it takes too long time before you release the product, you will lose the interest. So we need to have, and this is scheduled to start on and off 1st of September, 3 months prior to the game, and when we start trading with the tokens. So there is a lot of activities that's aligned with the token release.
Fantastic. And last question, Andres, is the NFT relationships coming out. I know in the next several weeks or whichever, on that game store opening up. Any timestamp? I know people are excited about that.
No, we are. I mean, to be very honest about that, we are in the process with Binance. We had an application sort of with Binance on Monday this week. It was a comprehensive thing about our stuff. So the thing is, like, we haven't we are in that process, and we haven't really got final, but the final date on Binance is 24th of June. And we believe in our analysis that Binance is going to probably take a great lion's share of that market. And I can tell you very simply why. Now a transaction on Ethereum costs $6, while on Binance costs $20. So basically, there is a tremendous big difference. We have 31,110 NFTs in football alone. Our NFT program ranges into hundreds of thousands of NFTs. So the transaction fee is really important for us. It's about the cost to deploy it, and it's the cost for post-deployment trading taking place on a marketplace. So we really want to be connected to the Binance ecosystem because it's so powerful. And let me remind you that Binance is about 5 to 6 times bigger than Coinbase. And it is in trading volume. So it is crazy. And we see that especially the fees is the prevailing factor that really makes us choose that. So having said that, we will have also create our own marketplace, and that's all work in progress. We have created the smart contracts. We have created the assets. We have started deploying the asset to the IPFS storage. But the thing is, like, when you store an NFT like we do on an IPF storage, we're using Filecoin. You store every asset, and once you send it, it's like sending to Dropbox, but you can retrieve it, but you cannot change it, okay? You cannot change it. And once you send that URL to a smart contract and say asset A is linked to token A, that's the unreliable link. You cannot change it. So we are a little bit like, it's like sending a message on when we send these emails, you kind of, I take one more check a little bit because it's okay, it's good, and then at the end you still have. So we've been doing this for a little bit, and we're looking into it, and the volume is not that small either. I mean, 31,000 files, and they are all video files. So there's a little bit of volume. Our first batch is 10 files. That's already second, third batch, and we're ready to push these things. And we've been working on design. I think we have some really unique design. Now it's also about the marketing. And you as a great marketeer, you know that marketing is really an important part of this. There is a big competition in the market. We need to get our product sold. That means we need to explain a lot about it. So we are creating not probably, I know we are creating more videos on this. And we released a new video yesterday or today. We are updating it. We created this really cool stuff with the glass framed cards, how they're coming through the space. And we have a lot of more car related video material that we are pushing shortly. So that will be pushed shortly, and we will have some explanation videos. So when we get into the big market, we are able to tell the whole world how it's working in a layman's world. I mean, it's a little bit complicated, these things. I mean, for people to understand, okay, how is the NFTs? What's the collector value? Why should I have it? There is a lot of financial value related to it. And then you need to understand the game and the game financials. And when you start embarking on that journey, it's a little bit kind of encyclopedia of DeFi, and it's not that easy. So it's not just putting a picture of a cyberpunk and then it sells. So we are a little bit more, and I think we're going to see in the NFT market, it's still tremendously big. I think we're going to see saturation. We're going to see more advanced stuff coming. And I already have hundreds of ideas in my head for how we could move this. And not only on Superone, but when you work with this technology, you kind of get like, oh shit, we can do this. We can do this. What about this? What about this? What is beautiful, and if you can use that word, it's probably not the right word, but what's beautiful about when you put things on an IPFS storage and you have a blockchain contract that's accessible to the whole world, you cannot cheat with anything. So basically it's an indelible ledger, a record that's there. So you cannot do anything. So in example, if you're looking at the valuation of a property, you can put a valuation out there and you cannot contest it. You cannot do anything. And I think that basically many public registers will become like this. And accounts, everything will be coming in that sense. So we have a couple of other small projects here at the office that we nurture because we really look how we can use the technology. It's not taking time from Superone, but once we kind of create this with Superone, we say, oh, this is really cool. This we can do, and how can we do it in Superone with even better? So we're testing the waters a little bit, and I think we're going to see. I mean, now we had a great, not a great, but a really massive correction in the crypto market. It's gaining momentum again every day. But I'm a little bit surprised it didn't fall more, to be honest, when it's first all the Abto on the boots and everything. And now people need to kind of wake up a little bit. Summertime, COVID-19 is releasing, business is back to normal, crypto going to keep moving. So we are in a really, really adoring space. There is tremendous opportunities. What we need more people into the system, more sales, more trade. We just need to grow and grow every day. And like I always say, people coming in at this level, they will benefit largely as we move on. What I'm particularly happy with this week is that we kind of put a very clear roadmap forward. 1st of September, we start with the trading, 90 days vesting. 1st of December, we start with another batch of trading, 90 days batching, and I can also disclose that the team token will not be available before 1st of March. So we're gonna have 6 months, 9 months now, where we're gonna roll this out. Many other companies have even longer vesting, but I mean, what's the point having people hanging around here for 3 years? We're going to succeed this year. So we just need to be a little bit prudent how we release it into the market. And we're also going to have a lot of performance-based stuff and a lot of stuff. We want to see value in the token at the moment. Yeah. And we are in talks with some great business partners these days. And that really comes back and value what we do. So it's going well, but we need to boost. We want to see, we want to try, we want to go through the roof. What is particular about our model is that it's sustainable. And we've seen some projects over the past weeks that kind of crippled, and they've been around and they've been lying about their trading figures right, left, and center, and it's all hitting them really hard, and they are not existent anymore. So I usually say like this: times go by, and Superone persistently exists, and that's because we have a sustainable business model. We don't pay more than we earn, and we will never do that. We need to make money.
Yeah. Well,
so that's why it's there, and what we need now is to grow the sales like you are good at doing. So now we're gonna be following up on you for the next.
Very good. Very good. Well, Andreas, thank you for taking the time. Great update today. Hey, listen, everybody out there in the community world, get your chance right now. When you get these, our bundle packages, you're getting free tokens right now. So that's a real important ingredient. Let's go out and build a great week coming up as we get close to our NFT.
One thing I want to say, Steve, before you, with the token magic, we haven't even touched it. And we had the token magic. It was a little bit like, I was so excited when we put the new contract and we listed it, because I listed companies before and I know what's going to happen. It's just about now, it's about doing the right things and really get prepare for the trading. We need to prepare. We need, like you say, we need all the media and the buzz around, and we need all the new website, and that's coming now. So I know, because I'm on top of this, I know what's coming, and I know what the market will think of us in a few weeks' time. They will say, shit, this is really improving. And when we started sending emails this week, I get a lot of strange feedback from people that, I remember them from April 2020. They're coming back and say, hey, this is moving. How could I move my account and all these things? And we're starting warming up. So when I was excited about this, I said to the team, and it was a great idea. It actually came from Arthur, because we're looking at this listing. Why don't we do a community sale internally? Okay, so we did. And we have this little opportunity going on until the next Saturday, and we cannot keep it for too long because it's kind of have an effect on the other packages, etc. So this is for you to really secure the token at $10, and that's cheap, because as we move on and this comes into play, the value of this going to be I cannot say that it's going to be X or Y or whatever, but it's going to be good, and you will really, it's a good opportunity to secure your tokens and get front loaded with tokens. And if you also combine it with a pro pack, you're able to start trading during the months of September, October, November. And you can rest assured we're going to have activity in the market. What do you think going to happen when we open player recruitment, and we're going to have hundreds of thousands and millions of players coming in these months prior to the game opening? And the game opening will come in the form of a Christmas calendar this year. So it will start on the 1st, that will come with surprises for 24 days in a row, and it will really morph into the main game. So we going to have the September, October, November, December going to be hilarious months for us in terms of news, getting into the market, and we open the trading, and people will be able to cash in this year. They don't need to sell. We don't want them to sell, of course. We don't want that. But of course, when you did a great investment and you maybe see your investment go from 0 to hero, you want to cash in a little bit before Christmas. That's what we enable people to do. And it applies to to everyone on the platform. They want to see a proof of the pudding is eating it. So the proof of the pudding here is like, okay, I take 10%, 20% of my tokens. I put them on the market and it's gone, because we have a lot of trading coming. And we're trying to explain to people that's what we are going to do. From the company side, we have a corporate strategy when it comes to the listing. And that's something we really want to put a lot of efforts on. And that's because it will create a whole social sentiment, a whole momentum for the game. The game is the main thing, but the game is just the start of a big snowball. It's just another bunch of snow coming into the next one. We have financial services, we have other things, and we have some serious people looking at our platform and they say, oh, can you do that? Yes, we can. We can transfer money from A to B across the globe in 2-3 seconds. We actually have the features of PayPal already developed. It's just about the onboarding and the offboarding in each end. But as these bigger financial companies get more and more used to crypto, in example, PayPal, they are now accepting crypto right, left, and center because they see the competition. They could either join the force or they can be outcompeted. It's just about having a global financial service that could on and offboard crypto. And that's just a matter of time before some big banks say, hey, we do it. And it's going to come there. And we see some positive effects on Ripple with the court case going on in US. The US were not able to intercept or reveal all their client privilege communication with their attorneys. And I think we're going to see something going to happen now. So yeah, all good. Keep on. I want to, again, just to close off, get into this token magic. It is a great, we're going to have, not tomorrow, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday next week, we're going to keep corporate webinars. We're going to bring in some of our football guys again, speak a little bit more about the game and the player acquisition. We're going to bring the famous Stians from Bali in here to inject us with a little bit of Asian energy. They are doing really great down there now, and it's they got the local company authorized by the authorities in Indonesia, and there is a lot of things happening in that part of the world. So stay tuned. It's going to be a great week coming up, and secure your packages.
Okay, Andreas.
Okay.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Thank you for the great updates.
Thank you, everyone, and enjoy the weekend. Bye-bye.
Recording stop.